If you are in the market to buy or sell your home, land, or property, it is in your best interest to work with a professional that cares and keeps your best interest first always. Melissa Williams is your agent, very customer service oriented, knowledgeable in all steps in the delicate process of your investment, and here to turn your dreams to reality. Call her now, 253-293-1056. That's 253-293-1056. www.melissawilliams.com.
Hey you, yeah you, don't you deserve a newer vehicle for 2022? Go see Ralph at Max Auto Plus Tacoma. Good credit, bad credit, always with the lowest interest rates possible. Cars, trucks, SUVs, and everyone sees the Carfax. The best customer service ever. Log on to GoSeeRalph.com or call 253-230-1494. That's 253-230-1494. Oh, one more thing. Did you know you get $200 cash money if you bring Ralph a customer? What are you waiting on? Go see Ralph. Max Auto is located at 12918 Pacific Avenue, South Tacoma. Get up and go see Ralph.
What's up out there? Shopkulture in the building again. Every Tuesday, 8 o'clock. We're here. Make sure you guys, when you guys tap in and you say what's up, say hello. And remember, guys, we see most of your comments. Sometimes we don't get to the comments simply because we have a lot of different streams going on. So we definitely don't see them all, but we appreciate you. Angelina, what's up? How you living? How you doing, young lady? So, once again, let me do some introductions. I'm joined by the talented, lovely. Give him the spiel.
Hey, it's Tama. How you doing?
Okay, she's here, and then we got the producer extraordinaire over there in the background.
Hey,
Nick Jones.
What's going on? Very productive. How y'all doing? How was y'all week? How's y'all's day? We still within the week.
Yeah, man, don't stop, man. And I'm Barry Crosby. This is Shopkulture. And how was the weekend? We'll get to that part. I didn't do good. My fantasies are sucking right now. Fantasy football's a wreck.
My weekend was great.
Huh?
My weekend was great.
Okay. Yeah.
I had a good weekend.
Okay. So you went to the Seahawk game?
Yes, I down on the field.
Mm-hmm.
I had a pregame access, and
like
we're standing right underneath the goalpost, taking pictures and seeing the guys practice. That was pretty cool. And
Yo, what's up? How you doing?
Averill came by. I got a selfie with him.
Cliff.
Yeah, and a couple of people walked by. It was nice just being right there on the field. And then we watched the game from really good seats.
You're bougie now because you talk about you can't watch a game unless it's the 100 level.
Yeah, I know. I'm just not.
Boy, those tickets are going to go down next couple seasons. Hawks are going to be
good because I'm buying my season tickets next year.
There's a way to do it.
Top of the list for those. So yeah, let the price go down. That's fine.
Now, did you actually think the game was close? Now, I didn't really think they had a chance to really win the game.
They had a chance. I mean, in the fourth quarter, they're doing okay. They're getting first down.
Defense couldn't stop nobody though. They're
moving the chain.
Got to score touchdowns. Can't score 3 points in the second half.
If they hadn't had interception, they might have. But then
Yeah.
When it counted, they just didn't do it. So
that's kind of been the story the last few seasons. So yeah. But anyways,
happens.
Yeah.
Partying Friday.
But UW won, so that was good. Quick shout out to UW. We got a couple of students who are watching it, so I want to say what's up to them. Friday, yes. Thank you to what is her?
Miss Cash.
That's always
Miss Cash.
Cash Money. For some reason I always think Cash Money, but man, she put on a party. That was
and she can rap.
Yeah,
She can rap. She's a Seattle area rapper. I've known her for a number of years now.
Okay.
I met her at a march.
Okay.
My kids said, "Okay, Mom, don't get arrested." As I'm walking out the door, I said, "I'll try not to."
Yeah, she
So,
man, she put on the spread, had the club. Man, it was
Had
a
alcohol.
record release, alcohol. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Top shelf, everything.
yeah, it was live.
And you said you wanted to bring the gift bag.
I brought the gift bag. So when I looked in the gift bag,
Cass, are you
hold
watching?
on. Before you do anything, I looked in the bag when I first got it and said, "Oh, I saw the Sour Patch Kids candy." I thought, okay, there's candy in here. I didn't look any further. That's all I looked at was I saw candy. I was happy. I was good to go. And then I got a text saying, "Did you look in the bag?"
Yeah, it was
I'm like, "No, I didn't look in the bag." He's like,
See?
"Look in the bag."
she. I was like, wow.
Yeah, I was
So-
like, "Oh."
She had the powder eye mask. Now, what do you use? What are those used exactly for?
Okay,
We gotta.
this is
Let's hurry up.
collagen gold powder eye mask. I don't
Okay.
know. I've never used one of these.
Well, then.
It might be for swelling under eyes. I don't know. I need to read it and find out.
That's what it looks like.
Oh, really? But then
that
she
what
came
the
out with this.
The swelling of
Oh, yes, two of those. There's two of those.
Now I got to ask. Now, of all the things to bring up, you got to bring the mags. There's a couple dudes in there mad as hell.
I started pulling things out. I was like,
How you gonna bring the?
okay, alrighty.
I want.
Two of
Cass, are
these.
you watching? Because I want to ask you about. Like, whose idea was to bring with some mag?
Okay, so I saw her page.
Okay.
And the
Did
gifts
she-
and the gift bags came from Lovers. So Lovers put the gift bags together.
Do they
And
know
the
there's about to
chocolate-
be about a bunch
the
of brothers
chocolate-
there? That's why they have the mags.
I don't know. The chocolate is good. I've had that chocolate before.
Okay. Well, okay.
We got the chocolate.
Yeah. So now that we got two of them got the Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah, that was.
But shout out to her. It
You
was.
you're not gonna show the chocolate.
Huh?
The chocolate's in there.
I don't know.
I didn't eat it. Here.
Yeah. Here.
Find it.
We let you. Chocolate is cool. But it was it was definitely a great party. And then my other partner he was part of a fashion show, and
Here's
I
the
didn't.
chocolate. It
Oh.
says sex on it. They have aphrodisiac in them supposedly. I've eaten them before. I like them. They're a good chocolate. I don't know about the whole aphrodisiac thing, but they're good chocolate.
Oh, there you go. So, man, thank you once again, Miss Cass, for the invite and having everything set up. Shopkulture was there, and another fashion show was on. I believe it was on Saturday. So shout out to my guy Squeak, and thank you for putting us on the list and all those type of things. Fortunately, unless I couldn't get there. So, but there was a weekend. It was nice. Kind of get out a little bit. It's changing weather-wise, but it's coming. It's coming. So, what's up, my guy? How you living, bro? Thank you guys for tuning in. Shopkulture. Real quickly, man. Which sex is the best? Real quick. Okay, so I do gotta explain this, and then we're gonna move on. Guys, yes, I do put a lot of topics on there. That doesn't mean I'm going to talk about the topics or respond to the topics. They are just content.
Topics in general, basically,
Well,
just kind of
topics
general
in general,
topics.
yeah, 'cause,
general topics to promote discussion on the group, basically.
That's it. Because what I got to say is not really that important. It is not really, what you guys got to say is way more important. So that's why we gear, the topics for conversation. So yeah, keep it coming. What he said? Okay. Oh, all right.
When's
Yeah.
it on?
Give us the link. Put the link up there. We'll check it out. Definitely on there. Real quickly though, I put a topic up there and I got to ask this part. Sex. What's the best type of sex? Is it makeup sex or morning sex?
All.
It got to be one. People
One?
read the damn. When you put something up there, this is another thing that annoys me.
Be about to pop a blood vessel.
Did I go off?
Go ahead. It's your shit. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Bro, don't it? It says pick one. That doesn't mean all. people read.
I can't pick one.
All right, run down the options again.
Oh damn it, we gotta have to pick.
It was like makeup sex, morning sex, quickie sex. I can't remember.
All right, hold on.
Was nooner on there? Like quickie and the nooner sex? I don't know.
You said nooner sex.
What is that?
Nooner. Nooner. It's like
What's that?
You know, it's like
What's nooner sex?
At noon. It's like lunch break sex.
I've never heard.
It's like
Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
I've never
a nooner.
heard.
I'm old. I ain't never heard no.
I'm young as hell. So I don't know what
No,
that
back
is.
when I was
nooner
married.
sex.
Nooner sex.
No, back when I was married, I called my husband saying, "Come home for a nooner, get naked."
Oh my.
And
so there you go again.
And so I'd go home.
You got to wait.
Damn.
Okay, so this is
we
what
were
it said.
married, you know.
I've never called it
Nooner
nooner.
sex.
I've learned something.
Went home for a nooner.
Which sex is the best? Quickie, makeup sex, drunken sex, hardcore sex, long satisfying sex, or morning sex? Which sex is
Which one's
and you only can pick
best?
one. So it's not
I'm gonna
all.
go for a long, satisfying sex. That's like the longest period of time. Okay, that's long. Yeah, we'll go for long duration.
Why? It's
The
so
more the
overrated.
merrier.
So pick me and then pick
It's so damn
one. Pick one and then explain why. So
It's so
Explain-
damn overrated when people
explain
talk
why?
about long ass damn sex. That's the most overrated damn
no, B,
sex.
she answered your
I'm
question.
sorry.
No,
I'm going to get mad again.
She did answer your question.
Okay, I'm
now,
sorry. I
dog.
know you're right.
I mean, if I got
That's when somebody called me out. I'm
if I
still mad
got
about
to
it.
choose
Sorry.
between 5-10 minutes and an hour, I'm taking the hour.
But you talk about noon, so who has time for 1 hour of like noon sex? That's a long.
I didn't say an hour at noon.
Oh, okay.
No,
I got it in my
a
feelings.
nooner is
Okay.
pretty quick. You run home, you have sex, you go back to
So
work.
that'd be
But
that'd be the quickie sex.
That'd be quickie sex. Now,
Okay, so
the
that'd be
long
number
duration one, that's like, romantic evening, because it begins before the actual act. It's all the build up to it as well.
Okay.
It's all the romantic stuff beforehand, the conversation, the maybe there's candles, whatever. There's music. It's romantic, building up to it. It's a lot.
Damn, you already got it long.
It's a lot.
That's
It's a lot
long.
of. It's a lot of foreplay.
This man is
maybe
exhausted already.
maybe you're showering
You got me
together.
tired already, all this-
Maybe
yeah.
massaging each other.
Okay.
Get some toys out. Enjoy those as well.
Okay, so that'd be number 5. So that's the long.
Long duration and make it worthwhile. Yes.
Okay.
Get some flavored things out there. Oh yeah.
So
make
nobody
it
really
fun.
said.
I'm gonna say hardcore.
Wait. So hardcore.
I'm gonna say
is
hardcore.
So that's.
There's no duration of time on that, so that can go for as long or as short as you want it to be.
What's your definition of hardcore? Is it
Yeah,
is the
define
pounding
hardcore.
or what's the? What,
That sounds like the pounding to me. That just sounds like hardcore pounding.
It's just
Oh.
straight, it's just straight fucking. That's all. That's what it is. That's just what it is. Is y'all just going at it. That's it. And you can put that in with anger, like not anger. Somebody said anger and passion, but that was anchored towards what they were saying as far as them picking makeup sex. But for me, yeah, because it's fun. It's fun.
the hardcore sex is
It's
fun.
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 But
So I
when,
thought
you
it
think,
was
of,
more
but when you
fun.
think hardcore,
They're
what
all
do you
fun.
think of?
They're all
They
fun.
are, but what do you?
I was thinking about bondage. Is that not?
No, I mean
Oh,
that's not
sorry.
what I go to. But
You can use- you
no,
can use-
that's just
not
BD,
it?
that's just
Long duration
BDSM.
can have bondage.
Well, that's to me hardcore. Is that more hardcore? Or is
Nah.
it, no.
Nah.
What do you, is that not hardcore?
bondage.
Yeah, no.
Not
Is it-
necessarily, and that can be long term, and that can be long duration too. I mean, tie each other up, take turns with that.
No, y'all are just in the heat of the moment. Throw her on the bed, or she throws you on the bed, and y'all just go at it.
I don't know if I want to be thrown on the bed, bro.
Shit, my girl throw me on the bed.
Time out.
I'm with
You're
it.
doing too much.
Wait, throw you in the bed or just kind of push you
Push
in the bed?
me, that's what I mean by
can't
push
see, Yeah,
me,
push
yeah.
you in the bed and hey,
Yeah, I was about to say throwing
take
you in.
control.
Yeah. Huh. So, okay. So, I have an hour looks. Just saying. Oh snap. Oh, I don't-
See, Angelina, she with me on this one.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Angelina, what's your definition of hardcore? Is it what I'm saying or what Nick is saying? Quickies be what? What did she say? Quickies is a waste of time.
I can't
See,
do quickies. I can't do quickies.
I mean,
Oh, you better stop.
You
I
drive
can't.
You better stop, Nick
It sounds
Jones.
exciting.
I can't. I
Nick
just
Jones, you
can't.
oughta stop.
I've literally tried numerous times. I can't.
It's the
can't.
best one. Number
I've
one.
Once in a
They-
while.
My girl has girls that I've been with have complained to me, and I'm not even.
Oh, here we go.
I'm not even
Nick
trying
Jones.
to. I'm not even trying to. What is it? Toot my own horn. I'm just.
You
telling
are
y'all
tooting
the truth.
your.
I'm
you
just
are
telling you
tooting-
the truth. Some cats just got. Some cats got.
You ain't lying.
Some cats got more stamina than others. Is all I'm saying. But
Hold on, bro.
I've literally tried.
You telling me
Okay, B,
you know
we talked about this.
Okay.
When we had Doc on the show.
Yeah.
He did the same thing, Taylor. When I started talking about stamina and all that, B was not trying to hear it.
Most guys
Stamina's good
should
thing.
say number one. Quickie is the greatest invention ever. It's the only one.
I'm not even gonna
Take
go
off
to
the rest of them.
I ain't even gonna say that.
Oh.
Take off the rest of these.
These
The other ones are the waist.
Then why ask the question?
I know, but I'm just being mad because I'm tired of.
You gotta let B have
Stamina's
his
a good
moment.
thing.
You gotta let him have his moment. I'm
No,
just saying,
Stamina's a good
quit-
thing.
There's nothing wrong.
Stamina,
Nothing wrong with
stamina is
stamina.
overrated.
No, it's not.
Use that. Use that.
No, it's
Use
not.
that for
Can you
gym.
explain?
Use that for the gym. You don't use that for
why
that.
not? But why
And
not use it on
noon is
your-
going to be quick anyway.
But why not
Well,
use it
no,
on your
it's
woman though?
quick.
Oh,
Wait,
my
why
goodness.
not use it on your woman though? Stamina. Why not use it on your woman? Why is it overrated?
Because
Better question.
we could go to the gym. We could do a lot of other things, and then
Are you thinking about the gym
You
and
can
other
work
things
out
when
at
you and
home.
hold on, Taylor, let me ask him a question.
up?
That can
Are
be
you
workout.
thinking about gym and all these other things when you in between some?
I'm not thinking about no hour. That is wrong. Wait, now I'm talking about a serious hour where it's nonstop. That's long.
No,
Let's be honest.
no,
one
not
says-
nonstop.
No one says nonstop.
You gotta
So
switch
what-
it up. Position.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Eat the
And
box. Things that we know
you
we
gotta
don't
You
do.
gotta do things. You have to do things. I mean, let's suppose you're gonna have, I know, some like warm chocolate sauce or some warm
There you
honey
go.
or something.
There you go.
You know, you're gonna have time to prepare
Toys.
those things. Toys, exactly.
So let me ask.
You're
This is
gonna-
what I want to ask. So this is your favorite thing out of all what we just said. Not what you do periodically. We're talking about what you probably do most of the time. Which type of sex you do most of the time?
So now we're switching the
Wait,
question.
that's not the same question.
We're switching the
I'm
question.
just gonna, but
I'll
choosing
answer
over
it.
the-
Is that what you're? Is that what you're
That's
asking?
where we're gonna go on because if we're saying hypotheticals. Because y'all can say that ain't nobody doing that all the damn
Most
time.
of the time
my
is
God.
not the long duration,
That-
which is
that's true.
why
That's true.
one values it so much.
B
Okay.
is the
Because
king
when
of
you have
moving the
a long
goalpost.
duration experience, you
This-
have all those things that make you feel good. You know,
This man moved the goalpost.
This man said he's long and an hour long.
Long and strong. Long
We're gonna have to get some verification on that.
Yeah.
But hey, all
ice cubes.
There you go. See, I don't either, Angelina. I don't either. There you go. There you
But-
go.
So if you only have an hour, if your woman says, "Hey, I'm coming home for lunch. Get naked," you have half an hour. Are you gonna say no?
Look,
no, turn
what
down
Nick
this
is
half
saying.
an hour.
Look at that.
She said what Nick is saying on the hardcore.
He's like, no, half an hour is not worth it to me.
Also-
Don't come home. Really? You're gonna drop him.
You gonna drop him? So we got the long, hardcore, the longevity.
I mean, I think the average duration of time is what, 20 minutes? Just when you're having
Depends what you add to it. I mean, if you add things to it, you're gonna have more time.
No, if you're just you're not
Right.
like doing
Yeah,
all the
probably
creative
about 20
stuff.
minutes or
Yeah,
so. Yes,
just
probably.
yeah.
It's
20
when you
minutes.
add stuff. It's kind of like, let me put it this way. It's like oatmeal, right? You got oatmeal's like a meal, right? It's oats. You got to add stuff to make it a meal. You add,
Doc, we're talking about. I
you
just
gotta add
gave.
stuff to it. You gotta
I
add
just
This is
gave-
about to be a
and
part 2 because
raisin stuff.
B, Doc, and B had a whole episode about the segment
We're
about
about to
this last year.
We have a
Yeah,
whole.
add stuff
We had a
to
segment,
it.
not an episode, just a segment. It was a talking point.
We're talking about which sex is the best: quickie, makeup, drunken, hardcore, long, satisfying in the morning. And you talk about goalposts. You guys moved it because it was only supposed to be one.
Huh?
What was your answer?
I said hardcore.
He said hardcore.
Oh, okay. And yours was.
Long duration.
But then
And
you moved the goal.
What's yours, Doc?
But you moved the goalpost saying, "Well, we're not. I'm not
I
that
said
question
add it
anymore."
on
What's
to
the
it.
one that you? What we usually? What would you usually do, or what people in general do?
Yeah,
Right.
you gotta add to it.
You
Yeah.
gotta add to it.
Gotta add to it. So somebody said, who said morning?
Okay. Okay.
Facebook user.
Okay.
And Doc, which one for you? So, guys, so let's move on.
That was
You guys still, man, periodically, you guys can put it up there. And guys, once again, thank you guys for tuning in. You know what it is, Shop Culture. What's the first topic, man?
There was one topic you wanted to go over real quick, the breastfeeding one.
That was interesting.
All right, so let me.
That's gonna be some
This shit,
conversation.
man.
Oh, snap.
Hold on.
So is it?
Hold on, man. Hold on, just hold on one second. I'm gonna play the clip because
You gonna play it?
It's a clip. She's saying something.
Yeah.
So let me go ahead and just,
He just wanted
cannons
niggas
away.
Nasty. He just wanted
Cannons away. Now, full disclaimer. B said this. He wanted to discuss this. This was going up in the group, but B wanted to discuss it.
Well, I think it's interesting. I think we're talking about age. Are the kids a little too old? Should she have
expressing and
recorded this?
Barely anything came out, and then I started questioning myself. Like,
I don't have a problem with it. She's at home. She's doing it in the privacy of her house. It's her children, her kids.
She's like, how do I know
her body?
Her body.
She started getting worried and then she came to herself.
I don't see the issue with it.
I don't either.
Nick, you kind of said you kind of.
Let me get this off the screen.
What do you say, Nick?
To answer your question, Doc says long, passionate, and expressive.
So long,
Yes.
satisfying. Number 5.
So that's what he's saying.
All right.
So you're asking me the question as far as the
Tandem nursing.
yeah. It's weird. It's weird. Like they look like they look like kindergartners to me.
So I mean, okay.
They look like kindergartners to me. Now
Well,
again, if
obviously
she's
different.
doing now, if she I don't understand why she can't just put that in a cup or in a bottle or something. But to each their own. Hey, I'm ignorant to all of this. I don't know. It just looks
7.
But
correct?
who's
Right.
really breast? Do we have the stats on that, or Tama? Maybe you can enlighten
Okay,
me.
so I don't know how long
Because who is
someone
really
can
breastfeeding
nurse.
their child until the age of 7?
I don't know. I don't have stats on that. I know that from my experience, I nursed my kids, one for 4 years, and
Okay.
she wasn't nursing like a newborn. Like every time you turn around, she's nursing. It was a couple seconds here, a couple seconds there. When she had her tonsils taken out, adenoids, her throat was really sore, and she did not eat any food for 3 days. She ate 0 food for 3 full days, but she increased her nursing.
Is that
And so I
background?
wasn't worried about her health because she increased her nursing. When her throat felt better, she went back to eating food.
Okay.
So it's comfort. Nursing is comfort. It's not just nutritional.
And that's important. So it is other factors that go along with it. Why are some people so? Because a lot of people, I read the original comments, and a lot of people were kind of offended.
Because they sexualize women's breasts.
Well,
So many people think of women's breasts as being the sexual thing. It's not just a sexual thing.
well, it's not even supposed to be a sexual thing.
But
It's supposed-
people consider women's breasts a sexual thing. I mean, I know people think, some men, I've met men who feel like their breasts belong to, the woman's breasts belong to them. It's like, those are my wife's breasts, those are mine. And when she's nursing, there was some jealousy because this baby is touching his breasts. Right?
It's not a sexual thing for me at all.
but
It's
not
just
for you,
it's just
but-
weird. And I think the majority of the people, from what I seen on the thread, was echoing my sentiments. It's weird. Babies,
I don't think
up
it's
until
weird.
about maybe
Okay.
a year, 2 years old, but like
But that's some of the most
4 or
healthy
5,
nutrients
that's
you can
crazy. Well, okay, cool. So then
Um,
you have bottles and cups. I don't know. It's just
Actually,
get.
for me, it's weird.
I guess
It's just weird.
I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But why does a woman necessarily have to do that though? Put it
In a cup.
In a
That
cup.
makes no sense. Why should I? Why? Okay,
What's
let's
wrong with-
suppose I had a child that's at this age, at this time, 5 years old. I'm nursing.
Okay.
So why should I be forced to put my milk into a cup because someone else is uncomfortable?
No one's forcing you to do anything.
Okay, not force you, but why would? I mean, it's like
I'm just giving perspective. Like,
Okay.
let's just say, if you're out in the open doing that, be prepared to be questioned. Hard body. Like, what the hell are you doing? Why are you breastfeeding 5-year-old kindergarten children?
And my responsibility.
Why can't you
none of
just
your
be at
fucking
home
business.
doing that? I'm just saying, and that's your
Right.
prerogative. I'm just saying, for the majority, that's, I would think, more than likely the type of response that you would get or questioning that you would get, because it's not as normal as what you're making it to be or what others make it to be. That's where I'm coming from.
I think
you do what you want to do.
Right.
You know?
yeah, I think it's your child, especially if you start understanding from the nutritional aspect of it. breast milk.
And the thing is, breast
it's
milk,
good.
It changes. It changes day to day and year to year. If you have only one child and you're nursing that child for a few years, the milk you have when they're newborn versus the milk they have when they're 2 versus the milk you have when they're 4, it's not the same milk. It changes based on the baby's needs.
Does it change going from breast to, sipping cup?
That's what you're saying. It's a different, isn't it? It's different.
Personally, I wouldn't want to put it in a cup because, breast milk is sterile. And you're going to put it into something that is not as clean. And you're going to,
and
introduce bacteria to it.
And it's bonding. You're bonding with your baby.
Well, you're bonding with your toddler or, kid at that, if you're talking about
but
5, 6, 7 years old.
Who dictates the age on...
medical...
On maternal bonding?
Well, with medical said you can do it up to 7 years old. Is what they said.
Yeah, so that would be my answer. That's what would dictate the age factor from baby
those kids
to,
ain't
from
7.
infant to baby to a child into adolescence. Those look like, to me, those look like
7, though.
They look like children, like kindergartners. That's what they look like. They could be 3, 2. I don't know. Some kids, 2-year-olds.
But kindergarten not 7.
Yeah,
kindergarten's younger.
No. I'm saying like you have 2-year. I've seen 2-year-olds that look like they're like 5 years old or 7 years old. So I don't know. I'm ignorant to all of this. I'm just.
On the clip, though, the one on our right definitely was younger than the one on our left. But the thing is, another thing in this country where breastfeeding is sometimes not as prevalent, a woman will be out nursing her infant, and people will be like, cover that up, or go somewhere else.
Yeah,
that's. And
yeah,
so,
understand
everyone has their
that.
own opinions on nursing, and some people think that if you're nursing at all, you shouldn't do it in public.
And that's where the over-sexualization comes in, because
if
that's your child and that's...
If you know how society is going to approach you with that with the rhetoric, why would you subject yourself to that? Why not just breastfeed somewhere that is not as out in the open where everybody can see you?
Well, do we do everything because of society, or sometimes do we take certain stance on certain things that we find that we are passionate about?
And that's fine. You can take all the stances you want, but be prepared for the kickback that you're also going to get. You and your stances may not work in your favor. So don't complain about, my thing is, don't be so quick to complain about it. Because this is what's going to happen 9 times out of 10. Mm-hmm. That's what the outcome would be. You would continue to be not pressed, but questioned on why you're doing what you're doing.
It's not the same thing, but when they had sit-ins in the civil rights era,
I was going to say that though.
Did you say what's? Wait.
When they had sit-ins in the civil rights era, people didn't like them being there, and like, why can't you eat somewhere else?
Or won't you?
Right.
Go sit in the back of the bus.
Right. Go sit in the back of the bus.
I just think that
people need to be educated.
Yes. Yeah. And
open-minded.
So hold on. What's up, Don? How you doing?
What's poppin', Don? She says, good evening, fellas and lady. If you haven't bonded by the time, and B, I'm going to let you finish your thought. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you haven't bonded by the time with your kid, by the time your kid is school age, you're probably not going to bond with them at all. I'm going to assume that she's of my perspective on the matter. It's just weird having kids that big,
I remember being told when Zika was still nursing at 3, she's never going to stop. Like, really? She's never going to stop?
Yeah.
Like, 10, 20, 30 years from now, she'll still be nursing? Really?
I just think it's your prerogative, and as a parent, mother, father, you guys come to that,
Would you do a double take if you seen a woman with children that big out, like at the park or hiking, and she's, breastfeeding?
Yeah, I probably would. But I wouldn't be like, put those away. I mean, I'm like, okay, I'll see it. Keep it moving, right?
Okay.
I'd be like, yes.
I mean,
go for it.
She said she used to work.
And then motherhood.
She said, I feel that they're 3 to 4. Yeah. I don't know. I think what people more had an issue maybe with that particular video was her videotaping.
I mean, that's a whole other topic.
It's her body though, and her choice to do that.
Listen, I'm all for it. Do you? But I understand what you're saying.
That's all I was saying. Like, it's your choice to do whatever you're gonna do, but be prepared for whatever kickback you get. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Just be prepared for that kickback. not everybody is going to subscribe or agree with whatever it is that you're doing, be it in your own home or your own body or not, whatever. If you're putting that out for us to see, you've made it our business. So now we're going to come at you and be all like, oh, that's a beautiful thing, motherhood, blah, blah, blah. Or, yeah, you a trifling ass, da-da-da-da-da.
Breastfeeding? You see that?
There's people out there like that, though.
Opinions, and that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine to have your opinion. But still.
Yeah.
It's like if I wear mini skirts. I like mini skirts. I wear mini dresses. I like mini dresses. I've been told I'm too old by some people to wear mini skirts, mini dresses.
I don't know. I think that's
well,
I don't think that's
this is what Dawn is saying. It is weird.
It is.
I am that mom, and to each is their own. What she's saying, but if you still desire to breastfeed your child, be respectful of others and cover it up. And I think that,
No, I'm not covering shit.
Oh.
I'm not.
Oh, did it get real?
I'm not.
Hey, I was trying to
as I sip from my
I mean, when I eat,
wow.
When I eat, I have a blanket over my head while I'm eating.
That's not okay.
You said
is that the same?
I'm not covering
I don't know if that's the same.
I mean, why should my child have to have a blanket over their face when they're eating, or
But I will kind of somewhat agree with Don about being respectful toward other people. If I'm eating out at a restaurant or something there's certain.
You choose to look.
You're in public where people are going. Right.
That
people are gonna look.
If you go to the beach,
because one could say that you're infringing on their whole vibe and their setup.
They can.
Whereas you can take your ass home with that. Why are you out here?
If you go to the beach, you see all kinds of stuff. You see boobs, whatever.
But that's at the beach.
That's
different.
Yeah, that's definitely different.
If you go to a club, you see boobs, whatever. A restaurant.
But nobody's at a club breastfeeding, Tamer.
Well.
No one's at a nightclub breastfeeding.
Not a club, right? Not a club. At a beach, they are.
You got to be super trifling to be doing.
But what we're all saying, so they're saying time and place.
Yeah. There's a time and place for everything.
Can we agree on that?
If the baby's hungry, that's the time. Wherever you are is the place. Ooh. Yeah.
Hey man, I'm gonna just say this.
So should people just have sex right out at the restaurant because?
I've seen.
That's totally different.
Well, I'm just asking if we're gonna we don't.
Because you did the mini skirt comparison, and that wasn't really the same.
Is feeding. The baby needs to eat. We eat, babies eat. Babies eat, babies poop, babies pee. We eat, we poop, we pee.
Listen, I'm gonna say this.
I don't know.
I'm gonna say this. We should
be able to have PDAs any place.
If I see a woman with her breasts out nursing her children, I'm all for it. Do your thing.
Okay.
Do your thing. I'll do a double take, but I'm gonna keep it pushing. I ain't gonna say nothing. It's just like, maybe them things. Or if you got some sandbags,
so you being
let me stop.
Nah, my question though, because
I'm being funny.
Yeah,
I'm being funny.
So you being facetious on it, but in the same token is, why is it that if something is
I got you, Doc.
so out of the ordinary, we just always have to make a big deal about it?
So I have a question. When did it not become ordinary? When did it not become ordinary?
Since
when did it
white
stop
folks
being,
brought us over here
because
it was ordinary and natural back
I don't know how it used to be back in the
Africa.
day though. How did it used to be back in the, even when my mother was, I don't know how it used to be. I would just assume that people did cover up.
No one heard what I said.
No, I think women when they're breastfeeding covered up back in the day. That's what I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. I just don't think.
We should investigate that.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, it's an ordinary thing.
Exactly. James.
And normal, back on the motherland in Africa, and then they brought us over here and started putting their whole societal quote unquote air quotes, posing, societal posing, and their rules and all that. I think that's when that stuff started to shift.
Then why follow it then? We have a choice in not following that necessarily.
I mean, this is not breastfeeding, but there's a time when black women had to cover their hair. We had to cover our hair.
Oh.
Because white people didn't want us to see our hair. We had to cover our hair. So we went from not having hair covered, our hair covered.
I think that it's a private thing. It makes for awkwardness when you see it happening in public. Shout out to Donnell.
What's up, brother?
Appreciate you for tuning in.
I understand that. But
and I can see both sides of it. I think that
like I was saying,
Don said it.
That's your prerogative, but it's not a normal culture. Also, a 4-year-old is not getting enough nutrients solely from breast milk.
But real quickly, Don, I will say what you just said. Not here, because when I looked it up, other parts of the world, they're going until 5 and 6 years old simply because of the milk nutrient intake. So you can look it up and Google it. So
but here at home,
Americans is a different story. So and yes, I know we're here, but I'm just pointing that out. That worldly view of it is a little bit different for certain countries. So
Hey man, I like breasts, so do your thing. Go and get your mammograms. Be sure that you have. Okay, I'm
Healthy girls.
trying to be.
you say don't.
I'm trying to lighten the mood. You know what I'm saying?
What's the best part of the breast, Nick?
I
I gotta ask. Nick said, what's the best part of it?
It's the best part.
Areolas.
When the nipples are
the areolas. I love
over the nipples.
I mean, the nipples are there already.
But the nipples are.
I don't like small areolas.
Okay. Nipples.
I'm not gonna.
Guys, which one for you guys? And women too. You can tell us.
Big area. There's something about it's just some big old areolas for me. It's just on a nice set of.
I remember one time
We went from breastfeeding to I don't want to talk about this no more. I don't want to
real
sound like a
quickly,
pervert.
I seen some. Have you ever seen like really long nipples? Like I seen
What?
Like it was.
Where would I see this?
On a cow? Like
So
a.
I personally know I
udders?
have not. I cannot.
I'm trying to understand this. I'm trying to understand the
Very
question
long
too, Tate. But
nipples,
like,
so,
where? What?
It's incredible. That's why I
I
said
don't
nipples.
go around and say, "Hey, can I see your
Hey,
nipples?"
can I see your
That's just
nipples?
not what I do.
Okay, I'm just saying. Yeah, okay.
James, I agree with you.
If she, what did she say? Don? What do you say?
Oh, this is funny. If she's straight out the bush, let them tiptoes hang. Let them tiptoes hang. Otherwise, don't nobody want to see all that.
Oh, damn.
Woo.
So forget the motherland, D.
Woo.
See, you cold blooded.
Oh man. All right. Well, that was
And really
very,
quick, that's because
I
they
learned
don't
something.
have foods readily available to them like we do here in the U.S.
Oh.
So that's totally different.
There's
Our
a
children
point.
have access to all the nutrients, supplements, vitamins, etc. It's the best part of the. I can't see the last word. Is it Brazil? Okay, I can see
So
that.
supplements and vitamins.
Don shooting from
are
half
not
court.
as healthy as breast milk.
Well, and I don't know.
This is where we got to go and do our research.
Like
we can't just
places
shoot
in
from the hip on
Africa,
this. We got to do
why
our
places in
research.
Africa they don't have cancer like we do? So I mean, I don't know which one
Gotta
is.
wonder.
Yeah.
I figured as much, Don.
Oh, I know, Don. Yeah, we got you. Yeah. So I don't. But anyways, that's a good discussion piece. I think it's very interesting, and we're gonna have to do some more research on that because I would like to know why did it become such a big thing. And there is actually a movement. I was actually reading about women that are saying we are going to breastfeed in public and you're not going to stop us. And that
I've
is
been
it.
hearing about those things.
Yeah,
that's
so
been a minute.
that's
They've
interesting.
been doing that for a minute.
But it's growing. So
Good for them.
hey,
Yeah, it's like one of those subcategory feminist talk.
would you put it under feminist?
I definitely would, like a subcategory. It sounds like something that they definitely would be going hard body for.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You
Is
men
it-
are not going to tell us
you
how
think
to
it's
do- I
real
think-
quickly?
Yeah.
Do you think,
I'm not
as a lady, do you think it's under the feminist type of
No, I don't.
subcategory?
No, I don't.
Yeah, that's
I
interesting.
don't.
They would be the loudest to
To
come out and talk about it.
I would see it more like on the hairy, like I can have hair all over.
That
Yeah. You know,
let them have
right?
that. Let them have that. They can have all the other weirdo shit they be on. Let them have it.
Oh. Well, I ain't gonna say weirdo. I just say
I
it's
will.
the different viewpoints that we all share.
Right, and it's
I
weird.
think that's a beautiful thing. It's part of being
And that's
an
true.
American.
It's true.
And so I'm not going to discredit
Even though
it. That's just me.
Just because I'm saying it's weird, don't mean I'm discrediting it.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying
Oh,
I'm not going to.
I got
just
you.
say, yeah.
I got you. Hold on. Let's see. I'm gonna read this one, then we'll move to the next topic, or the actual topic.
Okay.
I
You
was
got it.
told almost 35 years ago that as long as the baby gets the what's that word?
Colostrum.
Colostrum.
So-
That comes out.
can't-
That comes out when they are born and breastfeeding. That is what they need. All right. Well. I don't know, Tama. You would know better than
So
me.
colostrum is what they have when they're first born and before the milk comes in.
Okay.
Now, as we said, breast milk changes
Mm-hmm.
as the baby grows to adapt to what baby needs. So, like the breast milk I have for my child wouldn't be the same as someone else's breast milk for their child.
Oh, okay.
That makes
Okay.
sense. That
Yeah.
makes
It
sense.
changes. Also, you get immunities from your baby. You get things like that. So it helps keep them healthier. Also, it burns calories, so you can actually.
Now I have seen
I like that
part.
part. That
Yeah.
it burns calories. I was back down to 105 pounds. My first daughter in like 4 weeks. My second daughter in like 5 weeks. back down to 105 after I have my children.
I hate that I have this question in my head, but I have to ask it.
What?
What is it?
Because you said something about burning calories, right?
Yeah.
So would that apply when, like, you and your man, would you be...
I
What are you
don't
talking
know,
about?
but I would consider. It would make sense. Why not?
Being sucked on. Are you burning calories just off that act alone?
I don't
Not necessarily
know.
breastfeeding.
I don't
but
know
just,
if it's. I don't know if it's that part. Or if it's maybe the production. Of maybe it's the production part.
Okay.
Causes calorie burning. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I just thought I'd ask.
Interesting.
But I mean, there used to be commercials years ago from baby food commercials, not baby food, formula companies, and they would say it was basically just was breast milk is better, but when you can't nurse, use this. You will never see a commercial that says Tide is better, but use Dawn.
That's true.
I mean, you'll never see that. But even the baby food companies acknowledge that and recognize that breast milk is better.
All right, well, interesting topic. We're going to go ahead and move on. John Boyega, he has a preference that apparently a lot of people were in an uproar about, and by people, I'm going to go ahead and say white people. John Boyega faces backlash after stating his dating preference. I only date black.
And
we talked. I'll go in on that.
We talked last week about things like that. We discussed that last week.
No,
We
talked about standards.
No, that's standards, but he made an actual comment that was incredibly, to some people,
Social media took it
and ran for him.
Yeah, it went like wildfire. He had said that he only dates black women, and and he gave his reasoning as to why. I honestly,
some people got offended by it.
Yeah,
people get butthurt too often. It's like, so what? So what?
So when you thought about having this as a talking point, B, what was your?
Well, I found it interesting because of the so-called backlash that now you're getting for saying that you only date, a certain.
Normally, that would have happened if he would have said white women.
But it wasn't. It was that he only dates black women, and I found that to be
exactly.
He dates within his culture. What's wrong with that?
Exactly.
And as we move on, and it's a prevalent that it is still going to be a hypersensitive topic for a lot.
I think it goes deeper than that because
So who's
white America? White America don't want to see black people come together and prosper in any way, shape, or form or capacity. So when you see something like this, I mean, it's no surprise to me for them to make a whole like federal case out of it, because if it was any other genre of woman, if it was a white woman, he definitely would have got some smoke for that. But if it was anybody else, I don't think that. I don't know.
But we also have it. We also have to even go a little deeper than that. Is also the light skin, dark skin. That is an element that's
because colorism is
people,
definitely
that's not just white. It's within our own community we look.
Should we do? Thing is, I've met people who are white who only date people who are white. It's like they don't believe in race mixing or whatever. So, but no one's giving them.
But nobody cares about that.
Exactly,
though.
No one cares about that because they're white.
Right.
So when someone who's black says the same thing, somebody's an uproar about it. It's like there's a different standard. There's double standards.
What do you mean?
Okay,
like when a black person say they only date white?
No,
or
only black. He says only date women who are black.
Right.
And so there's an uproar about it from white people, correct?
Right.
But I think
that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm saying.
But I think it's also his fan base was saying, because his fan base isn't that dude he's in Star Wars,
so that's not all types of movies. Yeah,
he's an actor. He's an actor. That's his job. But if someone white says only date people are white, no one says a thing about it because there's a different standard for people who are black. So often we have a different standard for us.
I don't know. I don't know. I find it fascinating.
Well, you know how you got a lot of folks in the community, our community, the black community, that wants, they want that gatekeeper status where it's just like we need to keep it in house. We don't need to be, branching out and doing all these other things just for the sake of strengthening the foundation of our community. And so I think that's why this is kind of, went off in the way that it did in different directions, because you got everybody talking about it. I don't see black women or black men being the ones causing the uproar, because that would be weird. So that's why I immediately just went to white folks.
I went to the comments, and what I was seeing
having the problem
with it But I will say one of the issues that did come up was a colorism issue, because they said, well, he only dates light skinned. So
is that what he said? Because that'd be totally different.
But I'm seeing some of the comments that some of the people were,
because I didn't hear what he said exactly.
That were commenting on, basically the topic, and colorism is big. It is
within the
big
black community. Yeah,
within our
we're the only
community
ones. Yeah,
Yes,
that
it
makes
That
such a big deal.
talk about that.
About lights, dark, this, that.
But there's a reason why, though. Colorism is a big deal.
It can be whatever reason, though. We have to
yes.
move past
There's
that at certain.
There's
at
reasons.
some
There's
point.
reasons why people literally like lose out on opportunity just because they're my skin color versus someone who would be dark skin tone, or someone who's light skinned.
But don't you think
That's a historical fact.
It's still true.
It's very true. But within our community, though, we kind of still stick with the light skin and the dark skin type of thing. We still
What do you mean,
talk
like
about that.
we perpetuate it?
Absolutely.
But look at the media portrayals. I mean, you think it doesn't influence stuff? The way people think when they see on the
Y'all seen that movie School Days, right?
Yeah, that's back in the
we
day.
talked about that before.
I mean, that's
a great example.
Exactly. I mean, it's still going on. I mean, quite often you have the villain is portrayed as the dark person, and the heroine is being portrayed as a light person or white person. Mm-hmm. It's still happening. I mean, look at the Little Mermaid. She's being portrayed by someone who's black, and people losing their minds. I'm like,
well, it's just because she's black. I don't think it's because she's light skinned.
Light skinned or dark.
It's just
I think it's a difference. I think with us is more colorism type of factor that plays such a big role.
I remember hearing things something to the tune of like white folks picking lighter skinned black folk and dubbing them, that's the good type. That's the good kind versus someone who looks like me or Tama.
Like me, right?
We have kinky hair versus the light skinned chick or light skinned dude who has, their hair is.
But then why do we
the good hair?
Yeah, but
right.
we were the ones actually back in the day texturizing our hair, conking our hair, doing those type of doing those type of things. So it's not. I hear that part of it, but did we not kind of play into that? Unfortunate. Now I think it's great because we're embracing the natural aspects of our roots, which is natural hair. And
we just brought that up, Doc. We brought that example up.
You stamp or would you stamp or did you see School Days? Yeah, right. Absolutely.
Exactly. Classic example.
But like even in our community, I mean, for a long period of time in the 80s, most of our black models were very light skinned. There wasn't a lot of dark.
That's
and the dark skinned models.
From what I remember, I wasn't like there. In the 80s.
On TV, and
yes,
stuff.
Exactly.
The dark skinned models were embraced kind of by white folks on it. From Grace Jones back in the day, Grace Jones was dark.
Well, I think of like the light skinned moms were like Claire Huxtable, and dark skin was like Flo, and Huxtables they were upper class, right? Dark skin they were lower class.
But they had but the Huxtables had because they had
light skinned kids.
The oldest daughter.
Well, Rudy wasn't. Rudy and then
the middle girl or whatever, who would be the middle girl. Vanessa, yeah. She was. You had her and Rudy, and then you had Lisa Bonet, and then the other daughters.
Right,
they were
light-skinned.
Yeah, and I'm like, where did they even come from? Because even with
they didn't look like
where they look like mixed breed.
Wait. The only one was Lisa Bonet, and in the oldest daughter did look.
She
very,
looked like
light skinned.
Right. So I'm like, who?
But again, it was Bill Cosby was the one who picked him. Wasn't it wasn't like there was white folks telling him. It's just amazing the color issue, and did we ever think that it would change on the colorism?
I don't know. Yes, exactly. And also
as long as racism is alive and all of that.
Before they had the brown paper bag club. Remember, if you were darker than the paper bag, you couldn't enter.
Exactly,
so
Doc.
like
so
that.
this is just pertinent within our history, man, as black folk. Yeah.
Which is and it's just such a
house niggas versus field niggas.
Do you think it's getting any better? Do you think that some of this colorism that we
because in my opinion, because going back to what you were saying, we are the ones that are now upholding and perpetuating it. I would say the most.
Oh, you said black folks?
Yeah, I would say that we're the ones that are doing the damage now. Like white folks, they don't got to do much because we do it to ourselves already. We do enough damage. From my lens, anyways, as it relates to colorism.
If it relates to it, yeah, I do think though there is an embrace in the connection to the roots though, because like I said, I love what's going on with natural hair. I think that's a step. It's the embracing of natural hair. I think it's a big step because, as we know, back in the day when it came to black women and hair, how big of importance hair had, especially in our community.
Right, and it's been policed.
And so to see it, I'm a redskin, and both light and dark hate on me. And why is that?
Wait, redskin, like
So
red bone?
Yeah, red
is this
bone.
a black person we talking to right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And yeah, back in the day, that's what we used to say, redskin. Red-skinned. So, I do think it is getting a little bit better on that. That's just how I see it. But she said it very well that both light and dark. Well, why would light hate on you? That's an interesting comment.
Yeah, that is interesting. Why would light-skinned folk hate on other light-skinned folk?
And my boy, yes, yeah. So it's amazing how it just evolves, and do you think Seattle is any better within our community?
What? Hell no.
No, not at all.
No. Seattle,
No?
I didn't.
I don't know.
Seattle got.
I don't know.
There's
I don't know
there's
that.
top.
I just don't think Seattle's bad as everybody says it is, but I mean,
It is.
I don't.
It is. It's pretty. I'm not gonna say it's like the worst thing I've seen, but it's pretty prevalent here. There's a lot of top tier coonery going on up here.
As opposed to where? Like,
As opposed to like being my experiences in living in the South, having family in the South, even being back home from Cali, like. You know, that's a melting pot as well. But I don't
Cali,
see.
I mean, we
but
can
I don't.
say there's
but
a
I,
lot of.
But I don't. I'm not saying that there isn't
A lot of
any bedwitching or coon stuff going on down there.
I was gonna
But
say
it's
Cali
not.
ain't
But
just-
it ain't got nothing. But see, I've seen a lot of like insane stuff up here with the black folks that are born and raised up here. Not like transplants or anything like that. I'm talking about people who are like black folk that are from here who really think that they are like that they got a seat at the proverbial table of whiteness. Like it is wild to me. That's my experience though.
Yeah,
And then
I don't know. I was born here.
Yeah,
so
I
don't
disagree
know.
with that. I know a lot of
cool.
real
From
ones
what I've
or
seen.
whatever the case might be. I think it's just.
And it'd be the
sometimes-
real ones that pointed me in the right, that told me, look out for that nigga right there. It'd be the ones that know. It'd be the ones that know. So yeah, to your point, there are black folks that are born and raised here who know better and then will help you, like, you know, in the right direction. But I've experienced some wild ish with folks up here.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think that can be pretty much any place. But I will say that I've seen
but it's very prevalent up here.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
I don't know.
It's very
yeah, I don't know. Like,
spend some time in other places, a good amount of time in other places, not just visiting and vacationing for a moment. Go and actually strike up conversation and see what's going on in other, cities where black folks are thriving, mainly, the South, because that's where
black folks are thriving here, brother. That's where
most of our populace is at anyway. So. Yeah, see, it's wild up here. Exactly. Like
in terms of what?
No.
Yeah.
No, wild how?
When people say it's wild here, like what do you mean?
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
I just told you.
No, I'm asking her.
Oh, you're asking her.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
because
go ahead.
people that ain't from it, they're like,
break that down out of here.
It's wild here. I'm like, what is any other place that much better than Seattle in terms of living? In terms of culturally, if you talk about culturally, could be, but you're also looking at a very small population of black people that even live up here, as opposed to the places that you're
in terms of an archetype of black people up here. That's where I'm lasering in on, and I'm thinking
what does
that's
that
the
mean?
same thing
That's what we're asking.
And I think that's what Nadia is anchoring towards as well, and hopefully she breaks that down.
Yeah, because
I already said what I had to say about it. Bed wenches and coons. People,
because there's coonery every place. If you bring up Cali,
I
know a lot of coonery in Cali. What are we talking about? There's coonery.
Barry, I literally just said it happens down there too. Yeah. It's not as strong as it is up here in the Pacific Northwest. Period.
You're saying it's strong. What do you mean it's coonery to you, bro? What's coonery to you? What does that mean to you?
You don't know what coonery is?
No, I'm asking you. Don't say a word and then I ask you what the definition. You be like, you don't know what that is? I know what
because you should know what it is.
You should know.
It's not any different from what you know it to be. What you know, coon. What you know? Wait, what you know, coon? What you know?
Say that. I don't know.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is.
Yeah,
that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, you as a black man, as a black person, you should know what cooning is.
What I'm asking
you don't have to ask it. You don't have to.
You made the comment.
I know I made the comment, but I should not.
Don't sit there and say, you know what it is. Well, come on, Nick.
I should not have to explain what does not need to be explained. Is what I'm saying to you.
You don't know what it is.
No, it's not that I don't know what it is.
Just say you don't know what it is.
It's not that I don't know what it is.
No, you don't know what it is. Just say I think.
No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. I literally just rewind back what I said.
What is
I
it?
Said when you have
folks, cats up here are coonery stuff. That's what you said. I said, well, what does it mean?
I said folks up here think that they have the seat at the proverbial table of whiteness.
Bro, you reading books.
That's what I said.
You reading something that you don't even know what you're talking about.
If I'm reading books, then wouldn't I be gaining knowledge?
Talking about then.
Oh, okay then. So
that don't even make sense.
I know what I'm talking about.
No, you don't, bro.
You yet. I understand, B. You're from here. You're fighting for your hometown and all of that.
No, you're not from the hood. What you talking about, Nick?
What are you talking about?
Bro, stop.
Wait. I'm not from the hood.
Where you from, Nick?
I'm from San Bernardino, California.
Is that the hood? Wait, that's the hood?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
All right, Nick.
People from there will tell you that.
All right, Nick. All right. Nick, come on, bro.
So you know my hometown better than me?
Bro,
I'm asking you, do you know my hometown better than me? Do you know what's popping in San Bernardino? Do you know that?
And you're saying that that's the hood, like that. But didn't you live other places?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I've lived in Memphis. I've been in Atlanta. I live everywhere. Right.
You know exactly what coonery is, right? But then I'm asking, what do you think coonery is? And you're like, well, what is it then? To you, if you're saying that cats up here are on some cool stuff,
people who play up to whiteness. That's what it is to me.
So what's playing up to whiteness to you?
I just told you, and so now you don't know what that means?
No, I said, what's your definition of playing up to whiteness?
You don't know what that is?
What is your definition of playing up to whiteness? So
because if I give you another answer, then you're just going to hit me with, what does that mean?
You're just saying general
To you.
Okay, Washington is known for, what is it?
Washington is known for gatekeeping, and I brought that up earlier, in our community. The insane fetishization of black women by black men, black people who will distance themselves from blackness to be acceptable in certain circles, etc., etc. How do you not get what
hold on. Thank you, James. It's not, you up there, I already know what he said is not. I already know what it is.
Okay, Doc.
I know that for a fact.
Y'all know my hometown better than me. All right.
You're not from the hood, bro. I'm just being Nick. Come on, bro. Let's be honest, man.
Right.
I mean,
let's agree and differ.
But it's cool.
No, it's not cool because you're not gonna tell me where I'm not from. I'm not a hood nigga, but I'm definitely from the hood. You're not gonna tell me where I'm from.
Bro, come on,
that's wild. I would never tell you or anybody where they're from. All I said was you have a lot of. All I said, and what you seem to take issue with is that there are black. Is exactly what Nadia just broke down and said.
And that's exactly what I'm saying, James. I want it to fit into white society.
That's part of it, and that's what. Isn't that what she just said? Isn't that what she just said?
She said it, and James said it.
Okay.
I said, well, what's your definition? And you couldn't answer that.
I said playing up to whiteness.
I
said playing up to whiteness. So because I didn't say exactly what Nadia or Doc just said.
You said you pointed to Nadia. You're like, well, Nadia
makes it less credible. Okay. Even before she said that, I said playing up to whiteness. That was my short and sweet answer to the whole situation. That all anchors to coonery and bedwenching.
Okay.
The proverbial seat to the table of whiteness. That's what I said.
There's a lot of coonery.
That's what I said.
Up here,
and then you went off the handle talking about where I'm from and where I'm not from. You got super personal with it. It's like, B, you don't know nothing about where I come from.
Then, bro. Okay. Cool.
Damn, it's possible to be from the hood and not a hood nigga. That it's possible for that to happen.
Anything like that? I didn't say that.
B, you literally just told me where I'm not from.
What I said was, hold on. This is what you just said.
Like,
You're like,
you literally
Seattle.
just said it.
You said,
I never said nothing about Seattle.
You said cats up here. You did.
I never said nothing about Seattle not being hood. I did not say that. I said up here you have a lot of coonery and bedwitching going on. That has nothing to do with hood. That ain't got nothing to do with hood.
I didn't say anything about that when I'm asking you about this though. I said up here.
Up here.
You kept on saying, you're like, these cats are. I'm like, oh, okay.
Right. I also said per my experiences from my lens, from what I've seen, that's what I've been hit with. I also said there is a lot of that goes on in Cali too. Just from my experience up here in Seattle, I've seen it up here the most versus where all the other places that I've been at. Memphis, Mississippi, Alabama. These are all predominantly black areas.
It happens all over the place.
Right.
That's all I said.
Let's take it down.
We cool. It's a debate. It's a debate. I'm not getting that beat. I'm just getting Rails understanding.
This is what we do.
Okay, y'all.
But did I not say? Hold on. Did I not say it happens all over? That's what I said.
And I did not disagree with you on that.
You did disagree with me.
I did not. What I said was it does happen everywhere.
I didn't say that, Cats.
It does happen everywhere, but from my experience, I haven't seen it happen anymore. It's super prevalent here.
The issue I have is that this is what people will say is that because brothers up here, this is what they always say, date only white women, is all this coonery, and that's not the only thing about coonery. All right, coonery is not just who you date. That's not
what are the reasonings though behind that? Why these brothers that only date white women, only exclusively date white women? What is that? What is that? No, I'm just. This is what are we gonna act like that's not a thing up here? Up here,
you're getting personal.
No, I'm not getting personal because I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing about you. I don't know what you do. I don't know what you do. But I know you date sisters too, so I'm not talking about you. But we're gonna act like there aren't brothers up here that do that. Be for real?
No, there are brothers. Oh, okay. But what I have seen though, this is what's crazy. Brothers come from down south. What do they start doing? They start dating white women. So it's not just brothers up here, like you know, like you were saying. Their brothers have come from.
I'm careful. I'm careful to not speak. I'm careful to not speak in absolutes. I don't speak in absolutes.
Stop.
I don't speak in absolutes because
it happens all over. Cooning happens all over the place. That's it.
Okay, so from just bringing it down,
it happens all over the place.
My point with this whole thing, from my experience, I haven't seen the coonery and bedwinching as strong as I have seen anywhere. It's per my experiences here in Seattle, I've seen it just the most prevalent here, the most. Just my experiences. Now, I'm not disagreeing with what you. I mean, I never, not once in this whole exchange,
I disagree with it.
Disagreed with you.
That's fine.
I never, not once, disagreed with you on what we were talking about as it pertains to that.
I'm not saying you are, bro.
You did. You did earlier, but
no. But what I will say is that brothers up here, because you said brothers are born here. I wasn't born here, so I don't. Either way, I don't care. But I know a lot of strong brothers.
Raised here too.
I know a lot of brothers from here that are some strong ass brothers. And just to say that, because we get cats coming up here and they're I'm like, well, where are you from? Like, you know, what are you talking that you can judge and say that about these cats? And then they're like, well, they date white women. Okay, well, what else?
B, it's not it's not judging them. It's based on what you're seeing them do and how they are navigating the space.
Not every brother up here.
And I know that. I know that.
That's all I'm trying to say.
I know. I literally said I don't speak in absolutes, and I'm not disagreeing with what you said.
Just because a brother, I will say that, just because a brother dates a white woman.
You go hard body for these dudes.
No, hey, I want to go hard for this is where I'm at. This is where I live. I'm gonna go hard for it. You damn right I am. Why would I not?
I mean, if you're not doing it, then you ain't got nothing to worry about.
This is good conversation because cats are gonna be saying this. Hold on, but this is another reason. What did she say?
It's the reason behind the why that exactly. I agree with Nadia is on point because she knows what it is that I'm talking about. That's how I know I'm not tripping.
I didn't say you're tripping, but I did say that. No, I didn't say you're tripping, but I just asked for you to specify what you were saying, and it's the only reason why. Because a lot of times,
I gave my answers.
A lot of times, cats only want to call out the brothers because they're dating white women. They're not real brothers. They're not this and that. That's corny.
But it's not just brothers either. It's not the black men. It's black women too. It's the black folk up here.
I'm not going to sit here and degrade somebody because
some of the black folk up here are just a different breed compared to what I am used to, versus what I was raised around. Mostly back home in Southern California, in San Bernardino, and then Memphis, and just all throughout the South, because I've lived all throughout the South as well. North Carolina, Georgia, Louisiana. I've been all over. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the South, where we are most, as a populace, as black people, as our population, that's where we are at. That's why I was saying we thrive the most down there, because that's where most of the population resides. I know there are black people in Seattle and on the West Coast, period. I'm one of those black folk from the West Coast.
And there's a lot of
that's all I'm
and
saying.
sisters up here that are thriving, they're doing well. There's a lot.
That's fine, but we're talking about
population that they have.
But we're talking about
and they do date white
ones,
people, or they date whoever need to date. They're still part of the community.
Yeah.
And see, Nick don't want to give. See, Nick.
Yeah.
See, this is.
I just said yeah. I just said yeah.
Nick is condescending. This is what he's condescending. He's you moved the mirror. You're super condescending.
No,
this is the thing.
No,
this is the. Hey, hold on, guys. This is the reason why I was calling.
How? I said yeah.
Hold on. This is the reason why, Nick.
Candy.
I know what you really think.
What am I thinking?
You degrade brothers that date outside the race. That's what I'm
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No,
I'm
I
gonna leave
don't.
you like that.
No, I don't.
You do.
No, I don't.
I want you to be.
I'll degrade any black person who dates outside their race, who shits while shitting on our people. I'll do that. If you're over here pedestalizing white women and white men, and that goes into the brand of coonery and bedwinching, which happens a lot up here, per my experience.
Hold on. But what if that brother? Well, what if that brother?
That's the only time. That's the only time that I'll get at somebody. But if you're genuinely like in love with somebody and you're building with that person, I'm not hating on that. Do you?
But what if they're doing for the community, but they decide they're only. That's who they want to date is white, black, or white, Asian, whoever the case might be. Is that really wrong? You're not really that black.
No,
you're not part of the community.
Because they got.
And that's what I feel like you do, Nick.
No, I just told you. I literally just told you.
All right.
They're dating, if they're dating somebody, or if they're married to somebody, whatever have you, and they're all about their people. You know what I'm saying? And they're not pedestalizing whiteness. They got my support. We cool. But if you're, but it's only
generalization when you say that.
It's not a generalization because it happens.
We'll talk about it. This is good.
It happens.
We're going to talk about this.
It happens. We're gonna act like this is not a thing, Barry. I feel like you try to downplay it. That's my thing. I feel like you try to downplay it.
Comment.
So Nick, you might have a point. Maybe I do.
I'm okay with a black man or black woman dating whomever, as long as they're not shitting on their own. That's my answer.
What Nick is saying, if you only date
that's not
half Asian or Mexican, you're not really brother or sister. I'm just being real. That's what Nick.
That's not what I said at all. I didn't say that at all.
He can't even. Hey.
I have example of what
I didn't say that at all.
I know someone when I was younger, and these women were half black and half Asian. Their dad is black, their mom is Asian, but they wouldn't date black men because black men were too ignorant for them. And so that's, yes, I understand what he's saying there, because there are some people who are out there who are like that. So even though their father, their cousins, uncles were black, they had this idea that black men
have black men that are with white.
I would say this.
So
I have people in my family that will not date dark-skinned at all. What's the difference with that? Is that not coonery to you?
Dark skin.
They will not dark. Yes, I have. My family's really large. I have a light-skinned side and I have a dark skin. Light-skinned sides look down on dark skin. Dark skin don't like the light skin. So what is that?
That's colorism. That's colorism.
Is that not coonery?
And that is, I would say
they're from down south. So what I'm saying is,
so they only date like a certain certain hue of black person.
Yes,
yes. Bag test type.
What I'm saying is
that's colorism for sure, and that definitely is cooning. That's cooning.
Sector, whether or not it's the Washington, whether or not it's Seattle, whatever, there's going to be some type of exactly. But it happens all over. Is what I'm saying. Now you want to say,
I agree.
If you want to say it's a predominant certain places, okay. But then I also have quite a few brothers I know that only date black women.
I know brothers up here who are from here that only date sisters,
and
the same with black women.
What happens sometimes is that we see. I won't say one or two, maybe a couple more,
because it's not just two. Or even just a couple more.
Maybe
that's not true.
So you think it's,
listen, okay.
I would like to see the percentage.
I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay,
strike up any conversation with a black woman up here, and they will tell you. They will tell you themselves. The ones that are from here, they will tell you how black men up here. I don't know if they're from here, born and raised, whatever. But black men that they know to be from here, ask a sister that question, and that'll probably help you with your answer.
Don't ask me.
Okay, well, your sister.
There go your answer right there.
Don't ask me.
There go your answer right
Do you
there.
think that you agree with that or what?
I'm not even sure what we're talking about anymore. I mean, this has gone so many
We're
ways.
talking about cooning and bed winching as it pertains to black men and black women here in the Pacific
I don't
Northwest.
go out that much anymore. I mean,
Well, why not ask you?
okay. Why not ask me? Because I don't know everybody. I know.
Okay, that's fine, but your experience.
Your
experience,
The
right?
group of people I hang out
Anecdotal.
with, people I hang out with typically are all black. We're steppers. Chicago South stepping.
Okay, so what do they do?
I tend to hang out with the same group of people. When I go out, I see these group of people.
Has it
Do
always
they
been
date
like that?
only black?
Has
or
it
do
always
they-
been?
They
Well, go ahead, B.
predominantly? Do they only predominantly date within their?
There are steppers who are black. There are a couple who aren't black. I mean, I don't really look at who's dating who.
Okay,
I mean,
well then she.
I just don't. So
Well, yeah, you
I'm
can't
not the
really
person-
say.
I'm
You
not
can't
the-
really say that. I don't know. I'm just saying.
I
I
don't
just.
know.
I'm
I
just
just
saying,
think
like,
that we're.
I just
in the
don't know.
time that you've been up here, like
I
high
was
school,
born here.
High school, college, all of that. Like, was there ever a situation where you felt like black men didn't want you or didn't want to date you or whatever? Because if that's not your experience, then cool.
Actually, I was too thin for a lot of black men. I don't have the white.
Oh, so there you go. It's the
And for
physique.
me,
It doesn't have nothing to do
it
with.
was
They're saying that.
That's
Yes.
an experience.
Yeah, that's.
But,
I
the
was too
testimonies that I've heard from a lot of the sisters up here are because a lot of dudes pedestalize, a lot of them, not all of them. A lot of brothers up here pedestalize whiteness to the point where they dog the sisters out.
Okay.
We can't act like that's
No,
not a
Nick,
thing.
I'm not gonna
never-
disagree. I hear that.
Right.
I've heard
All I
that.
can say is I have never had a problem with having a black man to go out with.
Well, that takes away.
I mean,
That takes.
there have been
A relationship.
in relationships. I mean,
Okay.
going out, I go,
You know, dating relationships, you know.
dating relationships, both. I mean, I've dated a couple white men and mostly black men.
I've had a multiple black men
Hold
say.
on, hold on.
I'm just saying.
But-
No, we're not.
Yeah.
Go ahead, finish. But
But the thing is, I
wanna get to
did
Nadia's comment,
meet
too.
men in the past who, for them, I was just too thin. I was a lot thinner than I am now. I was probably like 100.
So it was a body type thing. Then. It wasn't necessarily because you were black.
It was a body type thing.
So
They
cool.
preferred.
And
black
everybody's
men who were
experience
bigger,
is
and black
different.
women
That's
who were
all-
bigger.
and that's
Black
all-
women were bigger.
I understand
That's
that.
all I basically.
But what Nadia said here.
Okay, what Nadia said.
I've had multiple black men say I would have been better if I was mixed.
Oh wow! Okay.
I've also heard a lot of testimony from the sisters saying the same thing.
Okay, well that's interesting.
Crazy. That's just
So
That's
I'm
crazy.
just
So
saying.
all we can kind of say is that it's just a variety of
Hot
different.
button topic. Go ahead.
This is a great topic. It's a variety of different reasons.
Yes.
And what's wrong with people just having a preference of what, without them
You know,
feeling
I-
some type of
Can I
a
answer
way,
that?
or they got to feel a certain type of way because they what?
But remember last week we talked about standards and preferences, and it's like you like what you like, and the thing is still now.
No, but we're saying a little bit
But
more
like-
to it. though. It's more
but
to
adding
it.
on to right, and
It's
to
more
what
to it.
Nadia was saying, it's the
It's the reasoning.
why. It's
Yes,
the
why.
reasoning
and we
behind
want to
it.
get to the why.
It's okay to have preferences, right? But then
Right.
it's just like, well, why is that? You already in your testimony, we know
Right.
we knew what the why was.
I was
You
too
wasn't
thin.
thick, or
I
you was
was
too
thick.
thick. You're right.
I've never been thick.
Right. But you got brothers and you got sisters up here that will pedestalize whiteness to the nth degree because they trying to get 9 times out of 10 they trying to get away from themselves.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, but honestly, Nick, I don't know a lot of Carlton brothers, though, and that's what I'm kind of when I hear that, because I do go to my Carlton. What you're saying,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I just don't know a lot of brothers like that,
And that's
and that's
your
all when I hear
experience,
that. You know,
right.
I'm not saying that it's. I just think it's a fascinating topic, and I want to get down to the why.
Ooh, that's
Uh-oh.
that too.
Crazy. No,
And I
Now-
think we touched on that a little bit too.
See?
Associate your character with your skin tone.
I just think that we. What? Doc is clowning.
Carlton ass nigga.
Yep,
We're
exactly.
gonna have Doc. Yeah, we got to get this. We're gonna have to revisit this. You know what we need to have? We're gonna find a brother that only dates outside his race, and
We should have him on the. We have him on the show.
Yeah,
and
we're gonna ask why. Because
And get a timer. So okay, you have this much time to speak.
okay,
Taylor has never experienced us, have that type
No,
of banter.
I was like, okay.
okay, but this is interesting.
This is
wait.
normal. This
Oh,
is
is
normal.
it?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like-
We've done this-
Angelina
Like
said, me
Angie or
personally, she's
popcorn
never
something?
dated a white man, so that's what I'm saying. So
She probably has her reasoning as to why. That's
What's
the
her
part we
reasoning
don't
why?
know. That's what we
Why?
don't know.
Why? That we want to get to the why. Why do you date who you date? Predominantly.
Specifically as it pertains to the race. As it pertains to the race.
We only want the race part. We don't want nothing else.
Like the whole body type and
No,
your
we don't want
career,
that.
finance. We don't care about that. When it comes to, if you're dating outside of your race, let's talk about why you're doing that. That's
and you know what I find it fascinating? When women do date outside their race, what are the reasoning? Because we always, back in the day, we thought in between our legs. We did, right?
I'm not disagreeing.
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing.
We try to simplify it.
When you say that, you mean just like, if she look good, we going for her. It don't matter if she black, white, or whatever. Is that what you're like? Is that what you're saying?
Somewhat, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure I was on the same
Yeah.
page with you. She says that she was just never attracted to him.
And you're attracted to who you're attracted to. And there's
Right.
nothing wrong with that, too. So
Exactly.
Right.
All right, guys. Shop Culture. That was, woo.
Boy, hold on. I will put Buddy down on this StreamYard. I will. I will cash out.
Wait, he said
just
it
real
was-
quick. Just because
okay.
we need just 5 more minutes.
Okay.
We,
what you talking about, Nick?
Is that what? Now it's on me.
Oh, we didn't.
Now it's on me. We had a whole. I was trying to get away from
next. Let's save
I
it
was
for
trying
next.
to get away from
We'll save that for next week.
Yeah.
'Cause this is
I
too
don't
good.
think
Cause
we
I'm
have
gonna need
time
more
for
for this one.
that.
Cause I think
time
this.
for that.
Yeah. Let's do this next week.
Wow.
Sorry.
All right.
Yeah.
That's
Boss
a good
says we gotta
time.
shut it down.
Yeah,
Gotta shut
boss
it down.
man.
Gotta shut it
That'd
down.
be another half hour.
Yeah,
right
because
there.
this is good, and I know I'm going to go in on this one. Shop Culture, baby.
Hold on, let me get this thing off the screen. Oh, man, I was ready to hear y'all's take on.
Yeah,
on
when we
that.
do it next, yes. we still got it. We still got to do our feed for our YouTube. Make sure you check YouTube
Yes.
live.
Like, share, subscribe.
Yes. And
Subscribe
you know what
is
it is.
definitely-
Share.
Yeah.
You know what it is.
All that good stuff. Stay black. No, I'm just playing.
Woo! Hey, Nick just said it. Stay black. If you don't date black, you ain't black. Nick Jones, you better say it.
Y'all better stop tap dancing for the butter biscuits. Y'all better cut it out. No, I'm just playing.
Hey, he's on his Malcolm before Mecca. You doing his Malcolm X before
Wild.
Mecca? My goodness.
Tammy, you good?
I'm good.
This.
I shoulda known.
We haven't had back and forth like that in a minute. It's
Nick was talking. I remember because Nick, when you came in, I knew some brother made you upset because you were on. I could see it. You were ready. I could see it that you're mad at some brother that you seen, and was he with a big? You mad because he was with a big white woman? Or
No,
what?
no,
Oh, I didn't know.
No.
Oh, okay.
So back to what I was saying, right?
Okay.
All jokes aside, and the experiences that I was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I've had my experiences with black folk that have like thrown me under the bus just so that they can look a certain way in front of the boss lady or boss man, at work, or just in a network of individuals.
Of professionals that you shouldn't be. It should be, yeah.
Just playing up this type as if I'm less than. We're two black men here at this event or at this job site. Why are you doing the most, trying to make it seem like you're the good
uppity
one? Yeah, the uppity bourgeois type stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna disagree with that, bro.
Right.
I'm not gonna disagree with that.
And then back to the whole like the pedestalization of whiteness. You have black men and black women who I've seen do that, and I've seen that more prevalent up here in my 6 years of being up here than back home in San Bernardino or LA, where I came up most of my life.
Yeah.
And then
You're saying the community was stronger there? It could
you don't
be.
see a lot of that. Obviously, I didn't see a lot of that in Memphis or Louisiana or Atlanta, Savannah, Georgia. None, because that's predominantly black areas. Alaska, that was a military, situation.
But I'm trying to get at though. It's great that you had an experience that you were able to. And that's what I was trying to get at.
Right.
Like, you were able to, be in different areas to see the differences among us and to see a great version, because I think that's great being able to see.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
a lot of times we don't see. We don't see other perspective and lenses, especially as black folks,
Right.
unfortunately.
Right.
And I think that's a loss that we don't have, because I've seen it also that brothers come in, they speak a certain way, they're labeled, right? Or they're not black enough.
Right.
Why? Or a sister's
and-
not black because her hair is a certain. So there are other aspects of it. That's what I was trying to
and I'm not
get at.
And I'm not shooting at you. And real quick, because we got to go.
Oh, yeah.
But
Sorry,
I'm
guys.
not shooting at you. But to go to your point, when a black person presents themselves a certain way or when they speak a certain
It's
way,
labeled.
they're automatically
Yes.
labeled that they're not from the hood or they're not.
And that's what I want to
hood.
take.
Or
And
the
the thing
top
is,
white.
or right, which I've
But it's
I've
all right
heard
to not
all my
be-
life, which
I've
I'm
heard
not.
that too.
I'm
But
not.
Nick, it's all right not
It's
to be from the
offensive.
hood. There's-
It's very offensive.
not every black person is from
And
the
that's
hood,
fine.
and that's okay.
That's fine, but the truth of the matter is, I am.
Okay, well then cool.
San Bernardino,
Okay, well,
Rialto,
cool.
like just.
And that's
you
your
know,
truth? That's
if,
cool.
If you was born and raised in San Bernardino, you understand where it is that I'm coming from. Do we have nice areas that are not hood? Of course,
But
we
you were
also
blessed to have
our
perspective that you were able to go to 4 or 5
Right,
different places more
right.
so than the average.
later on down
Yeah,
the line.
but it's still
I
like-
still did it. Yes,
That's
right.
how I was getting that. So
right,
understand what I was saying.
exactly. Tay, you know what's up. Long Beach in the house. That's what.
But
Yeah. So awesome conversation, awesome banter. It per usual be trying to put me in this hot seat.
man, that was good.
Yeah, y'all were just
but
on
people have but yes, Tay said Boeing has a ton of them. They have
And
I mean-
Boeing's a pretty sizable establishment of employment up here, right?
Yeah, but
Yes, it is.
yes, it is. But I also know black men that work at Boeing that they black.
Right.
So I
want to say this: it's
not
important not to speak in absolutes.
It's just
So,
not.
just to go to what you're
No,
saying.
Correct.
It's okay that we know a few or we know some. You're right, but it's not. You know,
We know it's not everybody, but based on your
But
lens,
I also
and
want to have a
lens,
conversation with you,
know.
and we're gonna do this next week, I think.
What you want to talk to me about?
Because this
B?
is this. I want to pick your brain on this one.
Okay.
So if a brother or sister date a white man or a white woman, can he be a community activist?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I totally think you can.
Because 9 times out of 10, their partner whom's white, they're down and they're providing that allyship. They recognize their privilege and they use that.
I think it's outstanding.
Right. I think that's dope. That's all love.
Yeah. Okay.
know
I
what
just
I'm
want to
saying?
make sure we're on this because
We know
I
we-
don't.
but
I
there-
never want to say that somebody can't do something because of who they choose to love in their life. I just think that
Exactly.
that gets to be a very narrow-minded view of it, and we got to be careful on that because sometimes people do say that, and you know they're like, well, he dating a white. Well, okay, but let's see his actions.
And that's
Let's see what
that's
he's-
usually why people provide the commentary that they do because they see the actions.
Yeah.
You know.
So
Shop Culture, y'all. Thank you.
know how we doing this.
We appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Barry keeps it 100.
Oh my God.
He keeps it 100 and quick, y'all. You know what I'm
quick
saying?
and easy.
Quick. What is it? Quickie.
Hey, love who you want to love.
With the quick.
And they got the nerve to have on his shirts that say "Love is dope." Oh yeah,
it
Love is dope.
B thinks I'm just this hateful ass nigga. Like that's crazy. That's insane. Hey man,
I'm playing.
love who you love. Do right by your neighbor. Do right by do right. Period.
But whoever
Each
you're
other,
with,
yes.
treat well, treat with respect. You know, treat with courtesy, man. So
Be nice.
be nice.
Go ahead and catch the playback, Tay.
Make a lot of love.
Yeah.
Hey, grab some popcorn for this one.
But it sucks when you get old, because I mean that loving goes down.
Oh, that's a whole other
Wait.
time.
Oh my bad.
You're not old?
I'm not saying me. I'm just saying.
Oh, I was
I've
gonna
had
say,
yeah.
'cause-
Well, I am. I am getting old, but
Oh, please.
call me old yellow.
Oh no, not old.
Oh, what's up, brother?
Hey, Mr. Dwight.
That's my big brother.
It's not nice to be nice.
It's not nice not to be nice.
Hey, look, it's not nice not to be nice. Hey, man, hashtag fill my
Hey,
flow.
wait, hold on.
Doc, man, always dropping
hold
them
on.
gems.
Hold on. Happy birthday to Doc, man.
Yes.
Oh,
happy birthday, sir.
Happy birthday.
Doc,
Yes.
when was it on Saturday? When was your birthday?
I thought it
bro?
was because I seen
I
him
thought it
post
was
about
today.
I thought it was
That's what
today.
yeah, and I was gonna say that. So when was your birthday, Doc? And why didn't you have a party? Or you did have a party?
I'm
but-
saying we weren't.
Well, you were invited to that.
Party? I didn't hear about a party.
He was cheesing. You see that big old smile?
I know. I was like, we wasn't invited for real.
Hey,
Hey, it's all good. It's
What
all
do you
love.
do that night at about?
Oh, B.
What?
He went out to dinner and had fun, and there you go.
Let's
He want
guess
to be
what
all in
Doc
your
was
business,
doing.
Doc. I'm
Hold
trying
on.
to.
Let's
I'm
guess-
trying to, you know.
Let's guess what Doc was doing at about 15.
But why? Why we want to know what this man was doing?
Hey,
And his Kool-Aid. Why is his Kool-Aid?
He said right here, look.
Why is his Kool-Aid?
He said it was Sunday and it was a party of 2.
at 12. So
Exactly.
at Sunday
You know what that
at
mean.
Sunday at 11
You know what
p.m.
that means.
When you don't have no business, this is
That's
what
the
you got.
foxtrot. No, I was playing.
All in his Kool-Aid.
I want to know whether or not. Let's see. He said.
Hey
it was
man,
number
Doc, I'm
5.
trying to help you out, bro. He want to be all in your business.
Oh, you know we being nosy here. Shop culture, baby.
All right, we are. Yeah, we're out. We're gonna go ahead and let the sponsors take it away. Y'all have a good night. Shop Culture Tuesday night, 8 p.m. YouTube,
share.
man.
Black love.
Oh my God.
Damn, Black History Month, Black History Year. No, I'm just playing. It's Black History every day.
We just had to say it.
All right, y'all, we out.
Gosh.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Don't you deserve a newer vehicle for 2022? Go see Ralph at Max Auto Plus Tacoma. Good credit, bad credit, always with the lowest interest rates possible. Cars, trucks, SUVs, and everyone sees the Carfax. The best customer service ever. Log on to GoSeeRalph.com or call 253-230-1494. That's 253-230-1494. Oh, one more thing. Did you know you get $200 cash money if you bring Ralph a customer? What are you waiting on? Go see Ralph. Max Auto is located at 12918 Pacific Avenue, South Tacoma. Get up and go see Ralph.
If you are in the market to buy or sell your home, land, or property, it is in your best interest to work with a professional that cares and keeps your best interest first always. Melissa Williams is your agent, very customer service oriented, knowledgeable in all steps in the delicate process of your investment, and here to turn your dreams to reality. Call her now, 253-293-1056. That's 253-293-1056, www.melissawilliams.com.